source. ABC6 News at noon.
Good afternoon, everybody. The PC Friars are just about to tip off in the Big East tournament. Here's a look from our sports team as fans fill the stands at Madison Square Garden for the big game. PC taking on Butler. This is the quarterfinal round. The Friars beat Butler in both of their regular season matchups, including an OT win last month. We will keep you updated on the score as ABC6 News at noon continues. We're going to move on now with a live look outside with our Skycam. The sun is shining bright over Providence. Chelsea Priest is in the Weather Center with your first forecast.
Yeah, that snow from yesterday is quickly melting away, if it's even out there anymore in many locations. We are currently sitting in the upper 40s with plenty of sunshine. The sun angle and March is much stronger, and we're going to continue to see these nice mild temperatures in place for the next couple of days. Winds are calm at the moment, too, so we don't have to deal with any sort of wind chill factor outside. Significantly warmer than where we were yesterday at this time. The entire area right now well into the 40s, a little bit warmer than average already in the Providence area, and definitely running warmer than where we were yesterday at this time. About 10 degrees warmer in Providence, 12 degrees warmer in Westerly, 5 in Newport and New Bedford. Satellite radar image does show you some clouds, especially along the coastline. Inland spots are seeing a little bit more sunshine, and that's going to be the case as the day goes on. Expect partly cloudy conditions, kind of that blend of sun and clouds through the afternoon and evening hours, topping out in the low 50s later today. We do have a clear and cool night ahead of us by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, similar to today, but things get pretty active for the weekend. I'll have much more in just a few minutes. Doreen?
Chelsea, thank you. Now to the crisis in Ukraine. President Zelensky says the Russian bombing attack at a children's hospital and maternity ward is an atrocity. 3 people, including a child, were killed. And today, talks between Russian and Ukrainian diplomats yielded no breakthroughs. Vice President Kamala Harris is also in Poland and met with the country's prime minister. ABC's Faith Abube has the latest.
Growing international outrage after Russia's horrifying airstrike on a maternity and children's hospital in the city of Mariupol during a temporary ceasefire. Russia's foreign minister today forcefully claiming it was a base for what he calls Ukrainian radicals.
The Russian accusations are absurd. They're laughable.
But video from the aftermath of the attack reveals a different story. Children and an injured pregnant woman among those rescued. Ukraine's President Zelensky declaring Russia was responsible for the atrocity on the hospital that killed 3, including a child, and injured 17 others.
To attack children is to attack life, civilization itself.
Today, face-to-face diplomatic talks in Turkey between the Ukrainian and Russian foreign ministers ending poorly, with Ukraine's top diplomat suggesting Russia was demanding they surrender. But even as the Russian military has repeatedly violated ceasefires, Zelensky saying more than 60,000 Ukrainian civilians were evacuated yesterday, and thousands are still trying to leave. Almost 2.5 million have fled the country, most of them escaping to Poland, where this morning Vice President Kamala Harris met with the Prime Minister and the President. Harris mum on whether the U.S. will offer an alternative to Poland's plan to give its Soviet-era MiG fighter jets to the U.S. to then hand over to Ukraine. The Pentagon also denying Russia's claims that the U.S. and Ukraine are preparing a chemical weapons attack. That accusation prompting the White House to warn Russia might attack Ukraine with its own chemical or biological weapons. And there are reports that Russian forces have cut power to the site of the world's largest nuclear disaster, Chernobyl. The International Nuclear Watchdog says there's no immediate risk of a radiation leak, but the situation is fragile. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
And as the conflict in Ukraine continues, people from all over the world are stepping in to help, and that includes right here at home. ABC6 News reporter Laura Puglisi is live in the newsroom with what Southern New England is doing to make a difference. Laura?
Well, Doreen, we told you earlier this week about 2 Massachusetts women from North Attleboro and Walpole who flew out to the Ukraine border to deliver medical supplies and help refugees find a home. Well, today we have an update from them, and they're at the center of the refugee crisis.
It's completely unfair and unjust and horrible to watch. But it must be shared.
An emotional update from these 2 Massachusetts women who traveled from southern New England to the Ukraine border with a heart to help.
It's incredible to see food and the helpers and the volunteers. It's all volunteers from all over the world.
Yulana Nozel and Terry Reed are now at the refugee camp. Earlier this week, they started their journey with 6 duffel bags packed to the brim with supplies. Their mission now includes delivering those supplies to people on the ground. They plan to stay and help families find housing.
This is the shelter, guys. This is what these poor people are going through, and it's so unfair and it's so unjust.
The 2 women say the shelter is completely full. Families are sleeping on cots on the floor. Outside, buses are lined up back to back, each one headed to a different city.
This is pretty overwhelming. You see it on the news, but when you're here, this is unimaginable. I can't.
And no
can't
one,
even put it into words.
no one, no kid, no child should be living like this, even temporary.
Meanwhile, here at home, people are stepping up to help too. Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses holding a Ukraine aid drive over the weekend.
Anybody that has the heart, the desire, or the pocket to help, will make sure it gets to the right place.
Ron and Peter Cardi say aside from just wanting to help, it's also personal. Many have families in Ukraine escaping the war, others fighting on the front lines.
We have another group of teammates. They have nieces and nephews living in Kiev. One group are fighting for the Ukrainians. Their cousins are in Russia. But the bottom line is they do need support. They do need some help.
And we have all of the information up on our about the drive on our website at ABC6.com. They do ask people to box up your items and label them with what's inside. They're also accepting monetary donations, and the ARPAN International Group will match those up to $10,000. Live in the newsroom, I'm Laura Puglisi, ABC6 News.
All right, Laura, thank you so much. And now new at noon, Providence police responded to a shots fired call. This on Amity Street this morning. Police tell us it happened just after 7 o'clock. Later, police learned the 2 vehicles involved went toward Academy Avenue, then received another call for shots fired. A witness told police one car rolled up and fired shots at another. Police officers did not locate any bullet casings or evidence at either location. Detectives are now looking into it. And happening now on Smith Hill at the Department of Administration, a hearing to determine the fate of Warren's Italian-American Club. You'll remember Brian Remy, a longtime Warren firefighter, was shot and killed there last fall. Bristol police say the club president, Michael Ouellette, then shot at them before taking his own life. He was also pegged as Remy's shooter. Now, the Department of Business Regulation is hearing testimony on whether or not to revoke the club's liquor license. DBR previously overturned the Warren Town Council's action to do just that, meaning the club still has a liquor license with certain restrictions. And trending now, just as we track the PC Friars push for a Big East championship, word is the Dunkin' Donuts Center may get a new name. Convention Center Authority Executive Director Daniel McConaughey tells us execs are currently in discussion with Dunkin's parent company trying to extend the deal. But other options are being considered too. Naming rights with Dunkin' expire on April 20th. It was originally just called the Providence Civic Center when it opened back in 1972. And ABC6 News at noon covering our schools now. And after news yesterday that North Kingstown Superintendent Phil Auger is resigning, the school district is now working on next steps. Auger's resignation took effect immediately. District IT Chief Michael Waterman is now acting superintendent, but that could be a short assignment. The school committee is meeting Monday to name an interim superintendent, which in theory could be Waterman or someone else. And the second phase of attorney Matthew Oliverio's report is due out as soon as next week. Oliverio was hired by the district and the school committee to conduct an independent investigation into former high school basketball coach Aaron Thomas's actions and the district response. Thomas is accused by multiple former players of conducting naked fat checks, which he denies. The school district's attorney says the district also continues to work with the Department of Justice. There will be a site visit in April. The U.S. Attorney and State AG's office are among the entities investigating. Over at Smithfield High School this morning, a celebration of National Breakfast Week. There were workers on hand preparing different meals. The purpose, to highlight federal, state, and local funding efforts related to farm-to-school lunches with local food. On the menu, Rhode Island spinach, Narragansett Creamery yogurt, French toast with Rhode Island honey, among others. There was even a smoothie bite. Check it out. You can see it right here.
This is a great example. Rhode Island is a great example of really innovative work happening here in the New England area about how do you work with local farmers to get fresh produce, yogurt, cheese to kids so they can try things that are coming from their local area.
Pet Patriot was even on hand, helping students at the high school try out that smoothie bike. And we continue to track teacher shortages in Providence Public Schools. There are 96 classroom openings right now waiting to be filled. Sign-on bonuses of up to $10,000 are being offered for hard-to-fill positions like special education or high school math and science. The district is also offering $3,000 in relocation reimbursements for applicants outside of southern New England.
We've had some incentives throughout the year. We've placed more incentives so that we can hire teachers. As you know, it's a national crisis. All the states are really worried about filling positions, so that's why we put the bonuses in place, especially for the hard-to-fill areas.
The number of open slots is lower in other surrounding cities. The president of the Pawtucket Teachers Alliance tells us there are 10 openings in the city, also in hard-to-fill areas. Still to come here on ABC6 News at noon, it is sentencing day for Jussie Smollett. How much time in jail he could get for faking a hate crime. Plus, Democratic support for suspending Rhode Island's gas tax. Who's getting behind the bill now? Now to more of today's headlines. Cranston firefighters responded to Oaklawn Avenue last night. The fire department tells us it started in the laundry room of an apartment building. There is damage to that laundry room, but no injuries from the fire. However, one person did get hurt after slipping on the ice while evacuating. The building was evacuated for about 2 hours, but nobody is displaced. Bipartisan support for suspending the Rhode Island gas tax as prices continue to surge amid the crisis in Ukraine. Democratic candidate for governor and current Secretary of State Nellie Gorbea says she supports the proposal. It was first put forward by Republican State Senator Jessica De La Cruz. The Rhode Island gas tax is 34 cents. And in national headlines, Jussie Smollett is set to be sentenced today. The former Empire actor was found guilty on 5 counts of felony disorderly conduct in December. The charges were for making false reports to the police that he was the victim of a hate crime in 2019. Smollett's attorneys plan to challenge the verdict, saying they weren't allowed to ask questions during jury selection. They will be asking for a new verdict or a new trial. He faces up to 3 years in jail. Coming up next here at noon, Chelsea has your full 7-day forecast, including a rough-looking weekend. We'll be right back.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Chelsea Priest.
Well, some clouds outside over Richmond right now, but a much better scene than what we were experiencing yesterday with that wintry mess just kind of experienced through the afternoon and into the evening hours. At this point, even with some cloud coverage for areas farther to the south, those temperatures are warming well above freezing. Any snow that was left over on the ground is melting away, and we have some nice temperatures, especially farther inland. 48 in Providence right now, 43 in Smithfield, 48 up in Norwood as well, 47 in the Boston area. There are a few clouds along the coastline, a bit cooler for Newport. Westerly, though, at 46 degrees. Again, all of us well above freezing at the moment, so any of that snow, again, melting away. Average high for the Providence area is 46 degrees, so we're a couple of degrees above that right now. With a mix of sun and clouds into the afternoon, we'll likely top out close to 50 degrees, around 50 degrees in many locations, so a nice mild day expected. Our sunrise was earlier this morning at 6:06 a.m. That sunset at 5:47 p.m. We only have a few more days of that sunset in the 5 o'clock hour. We're springing forward with the clocks this weekend, so of course by Sunday, the sunset's going to be an hour later, something to look forward to there. The breeze today is coming in very light, actually from the north right now, around 5 miles per hour, not impacting the temperatures all that much. Well, today and tomorrow, we're going to stay around 50 degrees. On Saturday, I do have highs in the 50. That likely happens in the early morning hours. There's a pretty big storm system that's going to be approaching the area. It's going to bring rain and wind, and as it pulls away, we're going to see those temperatures dropping. Sunday is our one day that we have below average temperatures in the forecast. So all in all, it's a very mild forecast, but Sunday looks like it's going to be pretty bitter outside, especially with gusty winds. Out there right now, sunshine for our inland spots along the coastline. There's some clouds. That's as the system passes offshore down to our south. You can see some really thick clouds to our south. Some of those streaming in for the afternoon, especially for areas along the coastline, but any precipitation continues to pull out to sea, and we end up with dry conditions for the rest of the day today. We're relatively quiet for tonight and quiet for the day tomorrow. It's not until very late tomorrow night and more so early Saturday morning that we start to track impacts from this approaching storm system. So today, you have partly sunny conditions, and that continues into the evening hours. Overnight will be partly clear. Lows dip down to about 30 degrees, similar to how we started the day today. Tomorrow's a similar day to today as well. Partly sunny. Those clouds thicken up into the afternoon, but our highs are around 50 once again, so a little bit warmer than average. Your Friday evening plans will be just fine. We're still relatively mild outside. There's some clouds thickening up, but we're dry. But by early Saturday morning, I have this stopped at about 6 a.m. You can start to see some showers filling into the area. A strong low pressure system going to impact us on Saturday. You'll get on and off showers at first, and then that rain really starts to build in, and we have some heavy downpours, some rumbles of thunder. And as that low system spins around and starts to move away overnight Saturday into Sunday, there may be some very light snow. I'm not expecting much in terms of accumulation, but temperatures definitely drop behind this system as we clear out into Sunday, and it's windy still, so we'll feel even cooler. Today, enjoy it. About 50 degrees, partly sunny, mainly clear overnight. Lows dip down to about 30 degrees by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow looks partly sunny with our highs topping out in the low 50s. Your 7 day is going to show you the rain and the wind for Saturday. Temperatures will be dropping as the day goes on. Again, before you go to bed, spring forward with the clock. Sunday, plenty of sunshine, but it is still windy and it is cold. Morning temps in the 20s. We'll have to watch for slick conditions out there and feel like temperatures through the day on Sunday stay in the 20s. Good news, we're back into the 50s by Monday. Doreen?
Hi, Chelsea. Thank you. Still ahead, the Attorney General's warning about tax scams and what to look out for as you file. And rising gas prices, just how much could the price at the pump cost the average American family? We'll take a look. Now to consumer news at noon. As the tax deadline draws closer, Rhode Island's Attorney General is warning people to stay vigilant against scams. AG Nerona says his office has received multiple reports of phone and email IRS imposter scams that try to get your personal and payment information. He says they're using phone calls, texts, emails, regular mail, even social media. Nerona says to stay skeptical, ignore unfamiliar calls, and he reminds taxpayers that the IRS will not initiate contact via email, text, or social media to request your financial information. Well, if gas prices stay as high as they are now, families could end up shelling out about $1,300 more a year. Moody's Analytics broke down the math based on Monday's national average, which has gone up since then and will likely continue to rise. In fact, the folks from Moody's worry that an additional $1,300 on gas might actually be an underestimate. And mortgage rates are on the rise just ahead of the busy spring real estate market. Freddie Mac reports the 30-year fixed rate averaged 3.85% this week. That's up from 3.76% last week. Analysts say the war in Ukraine is causing percentages to climb because of market instability and the threat of supply shortages. Also a major factor, fears of rising inflation. And Peloton is testing a rental plan where customers can rent the bike and get access to the streaming service for between $60 and $100 a month. Peloton's new CEO is hoping the move could turn things around. Shares have plunged more than 80% from their high in January of 2021. There are also plans to overhaul the digital side of the bike and talk about making a simpler bike. Still to come, time to go back to the Gilded Age, the HBO series Looking for Extras. So Chelsea has another look at your afternoon forecast when we come back. We want to get a check on that PC Friars score. PC locked in a battle with Butler in the Big East quarterfinals. The Friars are up 13-11, just under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Nick and Ian are there, and they're going to have so much more coming up on ABC6 News first at 4. Well, finally this afternoon, the HBO series The Gilded Age is coming back to film in Newport this May, and they are looking for some extras. There's one specific role, Chelsea, that I thought really just spoke to me about you. They are looking for a highly skilled tennis player to play an 1880s tennis champ. Background performers are also on the list. A requirement for those picked is that everyone must be okay working around smoke and get a costume fitting prior to filming. The Gilded Age is in its second season.
You know, you did tell me about this morning.
Yeah.
I may not be a tennis champ, but I did email my instructor and said, hey, you should try out for this.
There you go.
I know.
Yeah.
He's a little bit better.
But it's exciting that they're back for their second
know.
season. They're going to be shooting in May. So
many
we'll
cool
keep an eye out
things.
for the crew.
That's awesome. Very exciting. Hopefully we can get some nice weather for them. We have sunshine outside today. Temps top out around 50. That snow melting away. Tomorrow, a similar day, but Saturday it looks pretty miserable. It's going to be raining all day. It's going to be windy. At times the rain will be very heavy. It looks like it could end as a little bit of snow. Nothing really accumulates, but we'll have to watch for icy conditions overnight. Sunday is sunny, but very cold and windy, which makes us feel even cooler.
What a great weekend.
I know. Not looking great.
All right, Chels, thank you. And thank you for joining us for the news at noon. The news continues first at 4. Have a great day, everybody.